My name is Satish BN, and I work as Executive Director for Night Rank for the South India operations. This launch is more about the second half of the year in terms of how the real estate is done, both from the residential and the commercial standpoint. So let me first start with a good news. Let's start with commercial. Commercial sector has done extremely well. The demand's been more. As a matter of fact, the prices have picked up, rentals have gone up, but the vacancy levels have dropped to around single digit, which is around approximately 6%. Sarjapur Outer Ring Road, as a belt, which has always kind of driven the growth of office space in Bangalore. That sector, because of the excess demand, the vacancy levels there have dropped to around 2 to 4%. Whitefield has seen a sharp increase in terms of the absorption from a single digit to around more than 30%. The reasons are plenty. Now, Sarjapur Outer Ring Road, is a neighboring micro market. Considering that there's a space crunch there, there's no supply of ready-built space. Clients had the option of, I wouldn't say compelled, but had the option of looking at PBD East, which is a neighboring micro market, for them to kind of look at it and go ahead with a lot of their expansion and consolidation of spaces. That's in PBD East. So overall, I think market's done extremely well. Demonetization has definitely not affected the commercial sector, no matter what. But demonetization has definitely seen a short-term pain or an effect, a negative effect in a residential sector. So looking at various micro markets, South Bangalore has had the maximum number of launches. H1 2016, that's during the first half of the year, market started picking up. So we predicted a 4% growth during even the second half of the year. Unfortunately, with this demonetization note that came from the government, the sales dipped, launches dipped. That again, I would say, when I say unfortunate from an economy standpoint, but government's decision of demonetization has been good. It will have a long-term gain. There are pain points. There will be pain, with this effect, till the time things get streamlined. But overall, for the country, I'm sure, I'm predicting things will be pretty good. Not just demonetization, RERA, GST, home loan interest rates going down. These are some of the very good initiatives by the government. Once implemented, markets will see an upward trend.
So, how about on effect on IT and other companies, IT, BT?
ITS sectors have continued to do extremely well. If you look at the overall office space absorption in terms of their percentage, in terms of contribution, ITS has seen a very marginal decline in terms of their contribution towards the office space sector. Does it mean the sector is not doing well? I wouldn't say yes, because that's because of the space crunch. Other sectors, which also includes e-commerce, has kind of picked up. BFSI has picked up marginally. Manufacturing, there's a slight decline. But overall, it's a good story for office leasing vertical.
So, whether it is somewhat uniform, sir, in all the north, east, south, and west of Bangalore, or
no.
So how is
so let
the
me split
variation?
this into two. If I'm talking about office, Outer Ring Road, as I told you, the rents have picked up drastically, and what used to be around 55 rupees, has gone up to around 58 and odd. Space crunch, vacancy levels have dropped to around 2 to 4% on Outer Ring Road. East Bangalore has kind of picked up, sharp absorption there as well, good absorption. South Bangalore, didn't have much of space, so as a matter of fact, not much of absorption there. North Bangalore, you have some bit of spaces, but I'm not seeing it drastically. The out of all these micro markets, one of the best performing uh, zones would be PBD East from an office standpoint. Residential, there's been a slowdown. There's been a sales not been very good. Launches not been very good. Out of the entire 4 different places, east, west, north, and south, I would say South Bangalore is one particular place where still been a preferred zone, and there are a couple of reasons for it. The approach to your IT/ITS campuses, it's
Electronic City. And
Electronic City, Outer Ring Road, Whitefield, has been more convenient with the existing infrastructure as well as some of the infrastructure planned. Metro rail, once kind of completed across the city, will be an added advantage. So South is doing well, and the other thing is some of the affordable projects that's being implemented or launched or being launched there.
And sir, the government of India, so now they started reducing the housing loan rate of interest. So do you think from this April, that is for the next financial year, so whether the buyers will increase or?
That's one of the reasons why we are saying this wait and watch will be for only 1 quarter. So we are predicting post that first quarter, post March, from April onwards, the residential market, there'll be a revival. A positive revival is what we feel.
And how about the prices?
Prices, I wouldn't say a sharp
price.
increase. I think the demand will start picking up. Then it has to reach a bit of stability on the sales bit, and then the prices automatically over a period of time it'll pick up.
So you mean so they will not be it will not be decreasing, so say from
I wouldn't say it
Trend
won't
will
decrease
not.
at all. Again, the decrease in prices, the correction in prices depends from location to location. Wherever there's an excess supply, where there's too much of unsold inventory, and again those projects where it again depends on the stage of construction. If the stage of construction, the completion is only 10% out of the 100, builder will be compelled to kind of make some price corrections. But on a similar trend, if the project is 90% complete with 10 or 15% still yet to be both sold as well as to be completed, the builder will not be under a tremendous pressure to kind of come down on the pricing. So there are two different things we're talking about.
So compared to other metro cities, sir, Mumbai, Delhi, or Calcutta, or Chennai, or the other the capitals of the state. So what is your say on this Bangalore city, sir, with respect to commercial and residential?
Bangalore is one of the best real estate market, both in terms of office as well as residential. Office, we do around 11.5 to 12 million square feet absorption year on year, which is very, very good. So demonetization has not affected commercial sectors at all. Even in residential, primary sales, I wouldn't say has affected to a large extent, but it's more of the secondary sales.
All salaried class, so there is no.
The advantage with Bangalore is it's an end user driven market. Mostly all salaried class, and they buy the homes for their own end use more than people buying for speculative investments, on for resales or investment on rental returns. So that percentage is very little in Bangalore. So which is the biggest plus for the city of Bangalore. Thank you.